Hello everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin New York. Today is 27th of May, Thursday, just past 8 p.m. The daily charts and 3-day charts are closed, so I would like to share to you guys about the current goings of cryptocurrencies. Today is Bitcoin, Ethers, REEFs, SXPs, and Ripples. And I will be going over the crypto market cap at the end, so stay around and like and subscribe for more, guys. Fear and greed are at 21 right now, and I think all of the people are selling into it because of all the fear in the market. Even if you were to buy, I don't think it will go lower very much. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's in US dollars. It's sort of trying to make sell off, but there is a resistance on the line over there. I think there will be a sell-off in the near future. The daily charts looks like this. Looking very strong. There might be a little sell-off on this side over here. There are a lot of resistance lines made here, so these are the points to be wary of. Those of you that are willing to buy, 35K and 165 are 1 points. Looking at it from a 6-hour perspective, I think this is the numbers to be looking out for. 35K, 965. There are cases of this not selling off, so be careful about this. I think those numbers, those general areas, are the parts to be making orders in. I think there will going to be some making some long sticks down to the bottom because of the buying forces here. I don't think it will go down up to this line, but from around here would be the number to look at. 34K 798 and 35K 965. There are still some uncertainties in the market, so you shouldn't rush into things, obviously. Looking at it on the 3-day charts, there are possibilities of both possibilities, and these could go both ways. Might sell off for a little bit and then go up again. The 2 long sticks over here are something to be considering. Those are making the resistance on this overall position right now. I think it's a very good looking chart right now. I think it's not too late to go into a position of buying after it sells off. I think you should be making orders every time it sells off to be closing in on profits. Let's get into the RSIs here for a minute. As I was saying before on this RSI analysis, starting from 2018, it's always bouncing on this line. On the weekly charts, RSIs are going a little bit lower than that. Let us just line this up here. I think there are some possibilities of this line being lower, but this is another way to look at this. This was at the time of coronavirus epidemic. This is another possibility of analysis. It might come down to over here again. 4-day charts. Let's just line this up for a moment. If it goes through here, I think it will make another long stick down. I think this is another way to look at things. But looking at it from a daily chart perspective, I don't think it would go down to that bottom part. It's kind of like this. But it is making a lot of sell-offs right now, so I think it is one of a chance to consider buying into. Today is Thursday, so there is another 3 days into the weekly charts. I think the monthly charts are going to close also on that date. The monthly charts close next week, actually, on 31st. Okay, let's get into Ethers. Ethers in US dollar tethers. Starting off at 4,000. It's kind of on a roll right now. This line is kind of making things hard for us. But I don't think it's much of a concern yet. I think on the 3-day charts perspective, there might take a little bit more time to make adjustments. I think there are already 2 long sticks down, so I think there are enough resistances to make sure that there are no sudden sell-offs in the future. Let us get this chart ready for you guys. Just bear with us a moment. I think this is the range. Two, 3, 3, 8, 2, 3, 0, 20. Looking at the daily charts, it's a little bit different from what I thought. I think there might be another sell-off into 2,525. There are a lot more prices overhead right now. I think there are a possibility of going down to 2,310 again, but I think around here is kind of hard to make. So I think it's going to fluctuate around this area. 3,020 to 3,080. So I think that is the case of this chart right now. If you don't have it, you could buy into those positions. Yeah, the 4-hour charts. 2,352 would be the resistance line here. The top part is 3,020. Touch that bottom part. Probably kind of make a fakie on the sell-off there and then go up again. Ethers and Bitcoins. This is a sell-off start. There are a lot of support from the EMA line. So there might be a little bit of a fakey sell-off over there. 60853 into that line. The RSI is looking upwards, so looking at it on the 3-day charts, yeah, I can say it's a strong chart. There are some buy signals on the hash ribbon, so I think it's pretty good looking overall. Around tomorrow, there might be another movement taking place, so I think that's one thing to take into consideration. Let's get into REEFs in US dollar tethers. This hasn't happened for a while, having these long sticks downward. In dollars, the highs are at, let's just get this looking good for you guys. Around here, there might be some adjustments, but I think it would go up to about 10 cents around. Probably the half of the last market high. I think it would be the next number to be hitting. But I think there are I don't think there are some instances of having 3 long down sticks in a row, starting on a buy, and I don't think there's much of a signal for this to be going down. Looking at it on a daily perspective, they are looking very good, making a rising pattern there. This box is something to take into consideration. As I said before in my other episode, I think it's looking very good overall. Making a double bottom, and then making a rising upwards pattern over here. Even in the 4-hour charts, I think it's kind of easier to understand. I think it's looking very good. There might be some more movements over here, but on the daily charts, I don't know how that looks like. There might be a sudden sell-off here, but RSI is looking good, so nothing to worry about. Maybe like sell off a little bit and then go up after that. I don't think you could deny this on the 3-day charts. It's finishing on the buy there, so yeah, there are buy signs on the hash ribbons. REEF in bitcoins. It's kind of the same as in Tether US dollars. But I have a feeling that Bitcoin in REEF in bitcoins are going to go higher than the other ones. If this goes higher through this 100 here, I think it's going to make a much more high. Maybe a little adjustments and go up again. But looking at it on a lot more defined chart, that's kind of easier to look at. Maybe make adjustments here and then go up again. A lot more way to go upwards. I think around here, 157. I think those are the numbers that would be hitting. Yeah, I think that's all. A lot of you have very uncertain thoughts about REEFs, but let me tell you guys about if this goes through the 100, it's for sure to make an upwards pattern from here. Yeah, no problems. SXPs in US dollars. Now this is kind of a little bit of the same, but let me get into the daily charts first. I think it's gonna go down to 1.70 again. Just touch that line and then go up again. So I think it's just gonna go upwards overall. Not much to worry about. Looking very similar. Long sticks for 3 days in a row. SXP's RSIs are on the bottom, so it's only a matter of time until it rises up again. So little by little. I think looking at the weekly chart's very good too. And there are 4 days in how much it goes up. I heard they're making credit cards out of SXP coins. That's like kind of crazy to be thinking of. They actually made a credit card out of it. And SXPs and Bitcoins are, I don't know what to say about this honestly. The adjustment's kind of finished, so I think it's gonna go and hit that top resistance line there. It's already gone up there through the resistance line there, so maybe I think first of all it's gonna go to that resistance line, but I don't know what happens from there. For those of you who are considering entries in this position, yeah, all the currencies are looking pretty the same. I think this would be a good place to get into. 5,643 or 5,709. I think those are good numbers to get into. Yeah, this area is pretty strong here with a lot of resistance. Yeah, a lot of resistance lines are going to be made if I line it up like this. 5,695, I think, is the number. Actually, 5,682. I think it would probably go down to that line over there. And ripples in US dollars. I actually made some lines around here, trend lines around here for you guys. Looking at it on a daily chart, it's kind of looking, this is actually looking pretty cool. So this is the movements it's making from my thoughts. I think if it sells off even for a little bit, it's just gonna buy off again. I think around 86,303 and 81,388 are maybe the points to buy into. But the 4-hour chart's looking very different. I think after this it's going to go through the bottom trend line for a little while. But I think there are resistance here in 88,199 cents over here. Looking at the RSIs, this part's kind of fluctuating there. If it goes through upwards, I think it's gonna just fluctuate around here. I think it would be a better scenario to be selling off a little bit first. The daily charts have starting off on a sell. 86 cents, I think, around the numbers to hit. Yeah, it's kind of weird to be looking at this. If you don't have it, I think it's a good chance to make a position on this. A lot of you had a lot of concerns for Ripple, so just thought I'd get into this. Even if this one goes down tomorrow, it's kind of looking pretty good on the weekly line, so this is a little bit same as the Bitcoin. So if it goes through the body here, I think it will make for sure a rising pattern after this. I tweeted this today, but there are a resistance line here. Yeah, right on top of that. So I don't think it's gonna go any lower than 65 cents. Maybe like the next resistance would be 86 cents. So buying up on this right now and making a position, I think is a good idea. Yeah, a lot of you kind of want to make purchases on lower prices, but maybe 88 cents. I think that's would be a pretty good strategy. And Ripples and Bitcoins is looking, last time kind of tried to hit that line there, and right now it's just about make the end of an adjustment. The resistance line is very strong, so it's kind of taking that into consideration and moving along with that line. Maybe might go down up to here again, 2,228. That's one place to make an order if you want. Even the RSIs are getting on that line, resistance line there, so very, very healthy chart. Yeah, Bitcoins are looking better overall than US dollars. Just going down to try that line there. So after that's done, I'm pretty sure it's going to go up again. I don't think it's much of a concern for Ripples and Bitcoins. Yeah, sorry for that. That took quite long. Market cap Bitcoin dominance is. Yeah, I think it's gonna sell off for a little bit longer. It made a rising pattern just for a little bit, for 3 days, I think. And then it's kind of starting to make a lower pattern again. Even if this goes up, I don't think there's much concern for altcoins. So not much to worry about, honestly. The weekly charts are kind of looking into it's kind of going to the bottom right now. So I think it's going to go down to that bottom resistance line again. So I think it's just going to take its time and go down and touch that line again. Or maybe around here. Yeah, that's a pretty good scenario to be considering. Yeah, it's already pretty low. As I said yesterday, until Bitcoin catches up and goes up in value, I don't think that's gonna happen. And the total market cap, there are buy signs, so I think it's gonna go up from here. Again, the RSIs. It's pretty much hanging on this resistance line here. Maybe like this. The weekly chart. I think that was from coronavirus. It's going upwards right now, so I think it's gonna go down and touch this line again. I think maybe tomorrow and the day after that would be kind of a bearish day, so say. So I'm just kind of holding on to that, all those, and just buying in on it when it's kind of selling off. That's my strategy right now. I think XRPs are really good. I'm going to get into ADAs or Cardanos again, so for those of you who have it, just hold on to it and wait for another update. I'm just trying to be positive and optimistic about the current situation right now. Yeah, I think it's actually a pretty good situation right now, looking at the charts. Oh yeah, I forgot. The title today is the over of bearish markets. So it's kind of a mini bear right now. You could say, I guess, it is a bear market, but it's kind of a mini bear market, you know. But I think that's over for now. So I think that's it for today. Yeah. Follow, like, and subscribe for more. Hit that bell notification. Follow me on Twitter at Tatsugo Channel. And follow me on Instagram. So have a good night, guys. Thank you. And follow and like for more. Thank you, guys. Good night.